So I'll just do a first prompting.
Yep.
So we're here with Ilan, the sales manager, sales and marketing manager.
Yep.
We can start over. What is your actual?
Executive Assistant Manager.
Executive Assistant Manager. That's what we're going to do. We're here with Ilan, Executive Assistant Manager of the hotel here at the Ramada in Jerusalem. So Ilan, tell us just a little bit about how you feel about today. What's the significance about today to you?
Well, the significance about today, Scott, is there was a miracle. And there were 15 real guests coming into our hotel, which is your passengers group, after almost a year and a half that the hotel was shut down. I'm sure that everybody knows that in March 2020, the world was attacked. The world was changed due to the pandemic, and we had also taken part of that, and both hotels, the Ramada and the Royal, were closed. 606 rooms were shut down. 450 employees were sent home for an unpaid leave. And since then, we are, in a limbo. There were a few challenges around here in Israel and the surrounding countries. We had some peace agreements signed with the United Arab Emirates on one hand, but on the other hand, we had some other issues that we had to tackle. And actually, we see the light in the end of the tunnel, because Israel, the most vaccinated country in the world, it's a green country, and you've seen today, we all sat in a room without the masks, which actually in about a week time, the Ministry of Health will give us the green light to take off the masks and start living real life and normal life. Business is gradually comes to normal, and we are planning to open the hotels within the next month or so. We have a lot of bookings in the pipelines, and we hope that they will materialize. The question is obviously what happens in destination countries, here in Israel, and we are preparing ourselves. Being, I think, the largest hotel in Israel, it's like a destroyer. It's a big ship, and start bringing things to normal takes time.
Takes time. It's a big ship to turn.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And for us, Passages is one of the most important, I wouldn't say clients, partners. We'd like to make sure that we are okay and we can host your valued guests with us in the same terms that you used to have in the past with us.
That's fantastic. Well, we're excited about that too. I have to say that when we pulled up, I didn't expect the emotion that I would feel whenever we pulled up and I saw you and the general manager come out, take pictures of the bus. And Talia, one of our team members, told me, this is the first, the hotel is closed completely.
Yep.
And we're the first, visitors from out of the country to come since March. And how that made me feel very emotional for a number of reasons. How did it make you feel to see the first bus show up?
There is a phrase in English, goosebumps?
Yeah, goosebumps.
Yeah. Goosebumps. David Tucker, which is the GM, and myself have, I think, an experience altogether of 70 years in the business. And we had peaks and shoulders and periods of crisis throughout our career. I can tell you for sure, from the bottom of my heart, of our hearts, that your visit for us was like illusion. We had to touch you to make sure that you're a real and not an illusion.
Right.
And for us, it's a benchmark. It's a benchmark, although it's an inspection visit. But it's the real tourist who comes through the doors of the hotel and tours the hotel and sees what we are offering. And this is a sign for us that tourism will prevail and tourism will start coming back.
Better things to come.
I think that we had a very important challenge. Hotels are hotels are hotels. You can have a nice hotel along a lake. You can have a nice hotel in Times Square. I think that hospitality, the essence of hospitality, are team members. And the most important thing is keeping your team together. During crisis, during peak periods, these people are basically running the business and making sure that hospitality is spread properly. And the most challenging thing is to make sure that we keep our team together during that long period. So actually, David, the general manager, had created a weekly Zoom meeting with all the team members, all the head of departments, to keep them together, to chat with them, to find if they have any issues, not promising them that they come back to work at X, Y date, but to keep the spirit. And all the head of departments had to do the same with their subordinates. So I think that with this process, we managed to keep the employees. Obviously, there were people that had to move somewhere else because they had, expenses they couldn't. Yeah. So, with our blessing, with David's obviously positive attitude, give them recommendations to their new positions, and we hope that as many of them will maintain and come back to the hotel.
When it's time.
Absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
we are definitely wishing you the best.
We are looking forward.